Hello, my lovelies. A pepper says hi. I am so excited for this video because I haven't done one of these before. As in, like, okay, I guess technically I have, but this is much more refined. This is, as you can tell from the title, my TBR prompt jar picks my September reads. Unlike quite a few other booktubers, people usually pick between anywhere to like 5 to 10 books for their TBR. That's not me. I don't read that many books. I think actually February was the only month where I read 5 books. So it's very rare that I read that many books in a month. I average 2 to 3 books in a month. However, I am kind of setting myself a bit of a challenge to read more books this month. One thing that I am participating in, my beautiful friend Ashley has organised with a couple of her friends on Instagram a Hobbit and Lord of the Rings read along, and we are starting with The Hobbit this month. Today is literally September 1st, so I know this is being uploaded a tad late. I can only apologise, but I am so excited for this read along. This will be my 3rd attempt at reading The Hobbit. So I'm hoping doing it as part of a read along is going to help me with that. And I've also broken it down into how many pages I need to read a day to kind of keep up with the schedule. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to help me a little bit. But I love watching these videos and I think they're so much fun. So even if I make this and I don't read any of the books, or if I only read like one book, does it really matter? I'm going to go with no. I know you can't really see it because it's down here, but I have my TBR cart here. I've got my TBR prompt jar. I really need a better jar. This jar is so narrow. It's an old sauce jar. It's so narrow, so I have to constantly try and shake it to try and make sure I get new prompts. But I'm thinking today I will be picking out 5 books. Now, obviously, that's not including The Hobbit, which I already know that I will be reading this month. If I read 6 books this month, that will be a freaking miracle. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to pick out 5. If I end up reading them all, that would be crazy, but I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot if I don't either. I just want to do this because it's fun. It's a fun time, and I want to participate in the fun time. So, enough rambling. Let's just crack on with it. Let's crack on with the first prompt. Prompt number 1. Does that say? Middle of a series. Did I pull this before? So, we could do this. We could do this. Now I need to see what I've got around the back. Oh gosh, we could do this. Oh. Okay, so I've picked up 4 books. One of them I already think I'm not going to pick. But the first option we have is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the Crescent City series. I am yet to read it. I am just extremely intimidated by it. I just haven't heard the best things. And it's so big. Like, does it need to be this big? It's 834 pages. That's a big book. I probably won't be picking this one. Let's just put this one straight back. Okay, this next one is A Cast of Falcons by Sarah Yarwood Lovett. Now, this is part of a like cozy mystery series. I read A Murder of Crows last autumn, I think, and I did really enjoy it. So this could definitely be a contender. It's kind of the perfect season as well for it. Like early autumn, murder mystery. I think this is another murder mystery as well. When the wedding of her oldest friend ends with a shocking murder, Dr. Nell Ward is once again caught up in a web of subterfuge, secrets, and lies. This is definitely a contender. The next option is Sunbringer by Hannah Kanner. This one I'm actually quite excited about. This is the 2nd book in the Fallen Gods trilogy. I think she only recently released the 3rd and final book. The first book, God Killer, I really enjoyed. I really, really liked it. The final book is Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian, which is the last book. Well, I say this every time I mention this book. This is no longer the last book in the Percy Jackson series because Rick Riordan's decided to release another book, but for a long time, this was the final book. I feel like I really need to wrap this series up. And he's 16 in this one. He turns 16. For me right now, it's between these two. Oh gosh. Honestly, the one that's talking to me more is Percy Jackson. I feel like I really need to just wrap this series up so then I can move on to, because I do have The Last Olympian. No, I don't. That's what this is called. I have The Heroes of Olympus, all the books. They're literally right here. And I really, really want to read that book series. But I don't want to read it until I finish this. So I think this is going to be book number 1. I also have to remember that I have books at Ben's house as well. But we'll see. We'll see. What does that say? Heard about from a co-worker. I could do The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez. My friend got this, or I say recommended. She hasn't even read it herself yet. Or actually, no. So this is the same friend, but she is also a co-worker of mine. We worked together. She really loved, and this book is at Ben's. Is it How to Kill Your Family? I'll put it here. But she read that book and really, really loved it. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Okay. Is that upside down? A one-hit wonder. So is that so? What do I mean by that? As in, like, the author hasn't written anything since, or like hasn't done anything good since? What do I mean by that? I think I'm going to choose a different one because I don't really know what I mean by that. I think I need to reevaluate that one. Let's choose a different one because I have no idea what I mean by one-hit wonder. Okay, this is a big one. A new to me author. I have so many options. I have so many options. The first book that's calling to me is Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. This book, I've only heard phenomenal things about it. Only phenomenal things. And the reason this is also calling to me is because of how big it is. It's quite small. And if I'm trying to like shoot for the stars with how much I read this month, I feel like smaller books are better. However, Green Teeth by Molly O'Neill is also calling to me. This is a debut novel though. So even though it is a new to me author, she's new to everybody. So actually we're going to put her back. I'm going to go with Piranesi. This is what's calling to me for this prompt. That's going to be our second book. No, our third book. Our third book. Okay, 2 more. Okay. I think that's upside down. What does that say? That was made into a movie. Oh. I know this was. Oh, and that was as well. Okay. Gosh, these two. I'm pretty sure none of the ones at Ben's that I have. I'm pretty sure none of the ones at Ben's would tend to move. But I've got 2. Okay, I've got 2 here. I've got The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, and I have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I'm really sorry pronouncing that wrong. These are 2 quite intimidating books to me, especially The Book Thief. This, again, one of those books that I've only heard phenomenal things about, but I've also heard quite heartbreaking things. I think this is a book where I'm going to need tissues, basically. If I'm remembering correctly, it's narrated by, yes, this novel is narrated by Death. This is what it says on the back. Here's a small fact. You are going to die. 1939, Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier. Liesel, a 9-year-old girl, is living with a foster family on Himmel Street. Her parents have been taken away to a concentration camp. Lizelle steals books. This is her story and the story of the inhabitants of her street when the bombs begin to fall. Some important information. This novel is narrated by Death. It's a small story about a girl, an accordionist, some fanatical Germans, a Jewish fist fighter, and quite a lot of thievery. Another thing you should know, Death will visit the book thief 3 times. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And then we have Where the Crawdads Sing, which I've heard this can be quite difficult to read. And I also think this is like a murder mystery. For years, rumours of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. So in late 1969, when handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl. But Kaya, I think it's Kaya, is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home, finding friends in the gulls and lessons in the sand. When the time comes when she yearns to be loved, when 2 young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. This book was a gift as well, so I would love to read this. I'm intimidated. I'm intimidated by both of these books, but this one has been sat on my TBR for quite a long time. This one a couple of years. I think I'm going to go with Where the Crawdads Sing. One more. We've got one more to choose. A debut novel. Green Teeth by Molly O'Neill. When I hauled this, literally T. Kingfisher, a charmingly monstrous debut. I could probably see. I do think this is what I'm going to go with. Should I see if I have any? I can't talk. Wow. Should I see if I have any other options? Is this a debut? Ah, this is a debut. Really good, actually. Oh, this is also a debut. Kieran Millwood Hargrave, The Girl of Ink and Stars. This is a debut as well. I think I might throw a bit of spanner in the works. I think I'm going to throw a spanner in the works and we're going to put Green Teeth back. And really good, actually. I think I actually want to go for The Girl of Ink and Stars by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. Yeah, I nearly read this in one of my most recent reading vlogs because I chose a prompt to read a book that had been on my TBR for over a year. This has technically been on my TBR for about, I want to say, like 8 years maybe. Yeah, so I got this the year it was published. 10 years. This was published in 2016. It's now, oh no, it's 2025. So 9 years. That's a long time. Yeah, this book sounds magical. It says, forbidden to leave her island, Isabella dreams of the faraway lands her father once mapped. When her best friend disappears, she's determined to be part of the search party. Guided by an ancient map and her knowledge of the stars, Isabella navigates the island's dangerous forgotten territories. But beneath the dry rivers and dead forests, a fiery myth is stirring from its sleep. And just this book is also just visually so beautiful. The map is stunning. I think this is what we're going to go with. Our September TBR has been chosen. So obviously, like I said, I will be reading The Hobbit because I'm doing the read along for that, which I'm very, very excited about. But let's go through our prompts. Heard about from a co-worker, I'm going to go with How to Kill Your Family, this book here, because my wonderful friend Shan recommended it to me and she is also a co-worker. So I'm going to choose that one. A debut novel, we are going with The Girl of Ink and Stars by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. A new to me author, we are going to go with Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. That was made into a movie. We are going with Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. And middle of a series, we are going with Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. Riordan? So, my loves, I've chosen technically 6 books to read. I will probably not get through all 6 because I am a slow reader, but this was so much fun. I enjoyed this. I can see why people do this. Let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. I would love to hear your opinions. And also let me know what you plan to read this September. It's officially autumn now, okay? Today is the 1st September, which means it's the first day of autumn. I've got my autumn nails done, or like my September nails done, which I am just obsessed with. This is my first day wearing my Forever Bookish sweatshirt. I just am ready for the cozy autumn content. I hope you are as well, because there definitely will be some coming your way. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Comment to match my nails, comment the brown heart emoji. But thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye! Cool. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.